ClipStone is a brand new innovative stone veneer you can install yourself with simple common tools to turn a plain, boring wall into an eye-catching, professional-looking stone wall. If you know how to put a screw into the wall, you can install ClipStone. It's easy, it's simple, and it requires no mortar, so there's no mess. This video will give you step-by-step instructions and tips on how to install ClipStone to the exterior of your home. ClipStone is a traditional, natural-looking stone which, once installed, adds beauty and elegance that comes with the look of natural stone. The difference is the patented clip embedded into each stone that makes ClipStone so unique and so easy to install. The clips are designed with 2 mounting eyelets on the top clip and 2 support bars on the bottom that tuck behind the stone below. This allows each ClipStone to slide into place as you install each to your wall. The clips are also designed with 2 arches on the backside to allow each ClipStone to be slightly lifted off the wall, allowing a uniform weep channel for a built-in water management system. ClipStone is perfect for outdoor accents, indoor walls, columns, and just about any other project you think could use the look of natural stone. You need just a few tools in order to install ClipStone: a power screwdriver, a level, 1-inch screws with a flat head and waffle design, a staple gun if you're installing ClipStone outdoors, flashing tape, a saw with a masonry blade, gloves, and eye protection if you intend to cut stone. The first step in any project you decide to do is to measure the square footage of the wall space so you know about how much ClipStone you need to purchase. Measuring is easy by multiplying the height of your wall space by its width. For larger spaces that may have a window or a door, simply measure and then multiply the entire width and height of the space, and then subtract the square footage of the door and windows. For more detailed instructions on how to measure your space, you can download a printed copy of our installation instructions at myclipstone.com. If your project will require ClipStone corner pieces, you'll need to measure the height of all edges to determine the total linear feet of corners to purchase. Starter strips are required at the bottom of a wall or across the top of all windows, doors, and other openings for any project. To determine how much starter strip you need to purchase, simply measure the total linear feet of the bottom of your wall and add the total linear feet of the top of the windows and doors if you're planning on installing ClipStone there. Also, if you want to add some ClipStone decorative accessories like sills for windows or a drip ledge for your wainscot, again, simply measure the total linear feet to determine how many individual accessory pieces you need to purchase. Now that you have your tools and you've purchased the right amount of ClipStone for your project, you're ready to begin. For our ClipStone wainscot project or with any outdoor installation, you must prep the wall correctly. First, remove the siding slats from the area you'll be installing ClipStone. Also remove 1 additional siding slat above your project space to properly flash the transition of siding to stone. Your wall should already have a sheet of OSB or plywood secured with 1 layer of house wrap attached to its surface. ClipStone requires a minimum of 7/16" OSB or plywood for all installations. Review this exposed space to ensure its structural integrity. If you have any questions or concerns, contact a qualified contractor or building inspector. Next, apply 1 layer of Grade D breathable water resistive barrier on top of the exposed wall space with your stapler in shingle fashion with paper edges overlapping at least 2 inches. 2 layers of water resistive barrier are required for any stone installation. In this installation, we are applying 1 layer of paper over the existing house wrap because the house wrap meets the standards of a water-resistive barrier. Ensure that all paper edges, openings, and penetrations are flashed to the substrate to prevent moisture movement. Once this is completely fastened and installed, you're ready to attach all starter strips in place. starter strips are required at all termination points, including bottom of a wall and across the top of all windows, doors, and other openings. Cut the starter strip to the length of the wall being covered with ClipStone. With a 1-inch flathead screw, secure the starter strip 1 inch below the bottom of where you want your stone wall height to start. Be sure and have the outer layer of your black felt lap over the top of the starter strip a minimum of 2 inches. Using your large level, make sure each piece of your starter strips are level as you install to your wall. Space screws 12 inches apart from each other to maximize the security of each starter strip. Now that your wall is prepped and your starter strips are in place, it's time to install your ClipStone. Always start a new row of ClipStone at the corners. Install the first corner by lowering the bottom end of the clip into the groove of the starter strip and ensure that the stone is level. It's okay to bend the bottom clips and tuck them behind the stone so that it sits on the starter strip at the desired height from the ground. ClipStone corners are reversible and can be installed in either direction so your edges have a true stone masonry look. Alternate each corner left to right or short leg to long leg by tucking the bottom clip behind the stone below and attaching screws in the 2 visible eyelets. One tip to make note of: be sure and offset the corner short leg about 3/8 of an inch off the wall to allow for the flat stone to be installed flush next to it. It is always a good idea to check the proper placement of a corner with an adjoining flat piece before securing. Now that your corners are in place, you can start adding the flat ClipStone pieces to complete your row. Attach the first course of ClipStone pieces in the same manner by bending the bottom single legs up and inserting the bottom of the clip into the groove of the starter strip. Always check each stone for level prior to attaching it to the wall. While firmly pushing the ClipStone back and down, insert screws into each of the 2 visible eyelets of the leveled stone. Once secure, the piece of stone should be snug when gently pulling on it. And note that the clip should be flush with the top of the drip edge when properly installed in starter strip. Continue this process until you have 1 more ClipStone left to install in your row. Measure and cut the final ClipStone piece with a masonry saw to fit the space at the end of the row. Note that each piece of ClipStone must have 2 eyelets intact for attachment to the wall. If necessary, cut a few pieces to the left or right of the clips to allow for this. With your first row now completed, repeat the same installation steps to complete all your other rows, always starting with the corners. When installing each ClipStone, simply slide the bottom clips behind the stone in the row below it, making sure your joints don't line up and are staggered both horizontally and vertically. Then push the top of the piece back toward the wall. Note that if bottom legs are slightly bent when removing it from its box, simply straighten them first before inserting behind stone below. With a firm pressure back and down, secure your stone into place, checking that it is level, and then screw the piece into the wall. For our wainscot project, our top row will be capped off with ClipStone tapered sills. These are designed both for a finished beauty as well as to shed water away from windows and transitions. First, install each sill with screws much like any other piece of ClipStone while having it rest on your top row of stone. For outside corners, use the ClipStone corner sill piece. Once the sills are in place, attach your metal or plastic flashing to transition between the siding and stone. You can then reattach the siding slat that was removed to give you room to screw in the sill. It may be necessary to cut the siding piece so it fits correctly above the wainscot. Finally, caulk any exposed gaps between dissimilar materials. And with that, your project is complete. Without the hassles of preparing mortar, cleanup has never been easier. Now step back, admire your work, and enjoy the view for years to come. With ClipStone, you can now turn that average-looking home into a beautiful vision of charm and warmth, all in about a weekend's worth of your time. It's simple. It's easy. It's ClipStone.